we can able to write the algorithm in two ways. One is recursive algorithm and another one is non-recursive algorithm. In a given collection, we have to find particular value or item, that is known as searching. In divide and conquer technique, whatever the problem we have, we are going to divide that problem into smaller subtasks or smaller module. Hello to all, a warm welcome to my new subject, that is design and analysis of algorithm. And this subject is introduced by the Mysuru University for 5th Sem B.Ca student. I am your Revati ma'am, faculty from the Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram, 1st grade college, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. In this session, I am going to discuss learning outcome of this subject. Along with that, the number of units we are going to study in this subject, internal pattern as well as practical lab. Along with that, I'm going to discuss textbook, in the sense which textbook you have to refer. So dear student, see here, if I want to learn this subject, you does not require any prerequisites. So what you required here, that is how to write a algorithm. So what is algorithm? What is the need of algorithm? In which area we can able to use the algorithm? All those things we are going to learn under this subject. So dear student, to learn this subject, you does not require any prerequisites, because I'm going to start from this scratch. I said I'm going to start from this scratch, in the sense what? That is, what is an algorithm? So what is algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but the finite set of instruction used to solve the particular problem. So what is finite? Finite, that is nothing but exactly I'm going to tell this many steps I require to solve the particular problem. Okay, fine. Think that, let me to take simple example here, that I want to add two numbers. So what's my problem? I want to find the sum of two numbers. Now, for this, I'm going to write the algorithm. See here. So what's my problem? That is add two numbers or summation of two numbers. So what is an algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but the set of rules. So what is algorithm? It's a set of rule used to solve particular problem, or finite number of steps used to solve particular problem. Finite in the sense what? Exactly from where I'm going to start and from where I'm going to stop. Exactly I'm going to tell here. So if I consider this problem, let me to write the step here. First step, I'll write S is nothing but this step 1. Okay, what's my first step 1? That is, I'm going to start the algorithm. So I'll write start. I'm going to start the algorithm. Then step 2, see here, what is my problem here? I want to add two numbers. To add two numbers, what I want? I want to read two values. So I'll write read A and B. So what is A and B here? Those are the input. Okay, fine. After reading, what I want to do? I want to find the summation. So step 3 is compute C equal to A plus B. So I'm going to add A and B, and I'm going to store the result in another variable called C. And in my step 4, what I'm going to do? I'm going to print the sum. So I'll write display sum. After that, what I want to do? I want to stop the process or procedure. So step 5 is nothing but the stop. So what is my problem here? finding sum of two numbers. How many steps I required? 5 steps. That is, finitely I am defining I want 5 steps to solve this problem. So what is an algorithm? It is nothing but the finite set of instruction used to solve the particular problem. Now, why I want algorithm? Without algorithm, is it possible to write the program? The actual procedure is whatever the problem you have, first you have to write the algorithm. After that, you can convert that algorithm to flowchart. So what is flowchart? It is just a pictorial representation of an algorithm. So whatever the algorithm I have written, same thing I'm going to represent in the form of pictures, that is known as flowchart. After that, I'm going to start my implementation. So to start my implementation, first I want to write the algorithm or flowchart. Without algorithm and flowchart, we can also able to implement the code. Only for small problems, it is okay, fine and well. But if I consider complex and large problems or large project, in that time, first you have to write the algorithm, then convert that algorithm into flowchart, then start implementing your project. So this is the basic about design and analysis of algorithm. Okay, fine. Now, let's see what are the learning outcome of the subject. See here, we can able to understand the fundamental concepts of algorithm. If I study this subject properly, I can able to understand small things like how to write the algorithm. Okay, how many steps I can have in my algorithm, what is input, what is output, what is finite set of instruction, all those things we are going to learn in this subject. Along with that, complexity of the algorithm. So it also includes space complexity. So it includes time complexity as well as space complexity. So what is time complexity? Time required to execute the program, that is known as time complexity. Then what about space complexity? How many memory space it require to store and execute the program, that is known as space complexity. Along with that, we are going to study about what is worst case, what is average case analysis, what is big O notation, what is theta notation, all those things we are going to study in this subject. Along with that, we are going to learn different kinds of problem solving technique. For example, brute force technique or greedy technique, divide and conquer technique, decrease and conquer technique, or I can have searching algorithm, or I can have the sorting algorithm. All those things we are going to study in this subject. Okay, at the same time, we can able to analyze and compare the time complexity as well as space complexity. So dear student, think that you have one problem. Okay, that problem can be solved in different ways. When I apply different ways, okay, for example, think that I have two ways, way 1 and way 2. Okay, I can able to implement the problems in 2 ways. Okay, fine. So I can able to solve the problems in 2 ways. Now I want to check, is the first way is better or the second way? That is measured in terms of time complexity as well as space complexity. Next, it's also helps to evaluate the performance of sorting, searching, graph travels as well as decrease and conquer, divide and conquer and greedy technique. See here, we can able to solve the problems by using decrease and conquer, divide and conquer, greedy or brute force technique. At the same time, we can able to evaluate for performance. Okay, fine. Now, by applying various algorithm design to the real world problems and evaluate their effectiveness and efficiency in solving problems. So, dear student, if I study this subject, what is the outcome of this subject? We can able to understand the basic concepts of design and analysis of algorithm. Along with that, we can able to learn time complexity, space complexity, worst case, best case, average case, big O notation, theta notation, etc. Along with that, we can able to learn different algorithm techniques like greedy technique or brute force technique, divide and conquer, decrease and conquer, etc. Now, see here, if I consider the subject, we have 5 units. How many units? 5 units. And in unit 1, it's only about introduction. That is, what is an algorithm? Why we want to use algorithm? In which area we can able to use the algorithm? So, dear student, as we know that algorithm is nothing but the set of instruction used to solve the particular problem. So it is finite. While defining finite set of instruction, that instruction must be clear. There is no ambiguity. There is no confusion. Okay, fine. Most of the student, they have cleared their second PUC exam. Okay. While writing their second PUC exam, in the examination hall, they got exact instruction in the sense, what are the instruction they want to follow during examination. For example, when they enter into the examination hall, they're going to get the instruction that check your hall ticket, check your ID card, check your pocket. After that, get into the classroom. Search the roll number. Only sit which roll number is allotted for you. Collect the answer booklet. Write the register number properly. So these are the set of instruction. These are the finite set of instruction. While defining instruction, the definition must be clear. In the sense what? There is no confusion. All the instruction must be defined carefully without any ambiguity. So, in this unit, we are going to study what is an algorithm and fundamentals of an algorithm. That is how we can able to solve the problems and fundamentals of analysis of algorithm efficiency. That is nothing but the time complexity as well as space complexity. Along with that, what is best case, what is worst case, what is average case, how we can able to measure the input, measuring run time. Okay, order of growth. In order of growth, we have best case, worst case and average case. All this topic we are going to learn in unit 1. Okay, fine. If I consider unit 2, we are going to learn about asymptotic notation and basic efficiency. In that, we will learn big O notation, theta notation and omega notation. So we are going to learn what is big O notation, how to find the efficiency, what is omega notation, how to find the efficiency, what is theta notation. Along with that, we are going to have mathematical analysis of non-recursive algorithm. So dear student, we can able to write the algorithm in 2 ways. One is recursive algorithm and another one is non-recursive algorithm. And mathematical analysis of recursive algorithm. So we can able to solve given problems in 2 ways. One is recursive and another one is non-recursive. So we are going to study 2 concepts under this unit 2. Okay, fine. Now if I consider unit 3, see here, we have brute force and exhaustive search. Dear student, if I consider the type of algorithm, we have greedy technique, we have brute force technique, we have divide and conquer technique, decrease and conquer technique, and so on. In that, first we are going to have brute force technique. In brute force technique, we follow trial and error method. We don't know exactly how we can able to solve the problem. So what we will do, we will try all the possibility. For example, see, I want to generate 4-bit ATM pin, 4-digit ATM pin. So what I will do, first time I'll start with 001. Next time I can give 002. Next time 003 and another time 004. So what I will do, I'll try all the possibility to solve given problem. In this unit, we have selection sort. So what is sorting? Arranging the element in some particular order, either ascending order or descending order. In that, we have selection sort, bubble sort, exhaustive search, and sequential search. So what is searching? In a given collection, we have to find particular value or item, that is known as searching. We know what is sequential or linear searching, as well as we already learned binary search. But here we are going to learn what is exhaustive search. Along with that, we are going to deal traveling salesman problem, knapsack problem, depth first search, breadth first search. These are the certain thing we are going to learn in our unit 3. And from the examination point of view, knapsack problem, depth first search, breadth first search, these topics are very, very important. Now, in my unit 4, I'm having decrease and conquer. Decrease and conquer. So here we are going to have insertion sort, topological sorting, and at the same time we have divide and conquer. So what is divide and conquer? In divide and conquer technique, whatever the problem we have, we are going to divide that problem into smaller subtasks or smaller module, and we are going to find the solution for that smaller module or smaller subtask. And at the end, what I'm going to do, I'm going to club all the modules together in order to get my final solution. Okay, fine. See, this is my complex problem. So what I will do, I'll break this one into 4 subtasks, and I'm going to find the solution. So, solution 1, solution 2, solution 3, and solution 4. At the end, what I will do, I'm going to club all the solution in order to get my final solution. So, this is my divide and conquer. Divide the work and combine the solution. Now, in unit 5, I have greedy technique. So, dear student, this technique is most commonly used to solve the problems like Prim's algorithm, Kruskal's algorithm, Dijistra's algorithm. Along with that, lower bound arguments as well as decision trees. So, dear student, from the examination point of view, Prim's algorithm, Kruskal's algorithm as well as Dijistra's algorithm is very, very important. So, these are the 5 different units comes in this subject. Okay, fine. Now, if I consider internal, how many internal you can have? That is 2 internals. There are certain time, if we get the time, you can have 3rd internal. Okay. In internal 1, unit 1, internal 2, unit 2, and internal 3, unit 3. And how many marks? Only 30 marks. How many internals? 3 internals. What is the weightage of each internal? 30 marks. While finalizing, see, final marks will be awarded on average of 3 internals. So whatever the marks you are going to get, that is, add all the marks, then divided by 3, that is your final marks. And see, if I consider this subject, you have theory as well as practicals. In the sense, whatever you are going to study theoretically, same thing is implemented practically. Okay, fine. See here, if I consider this subject, okay, and if I consider your final marks, okay, see here, what is the marks awarded? It is 25 marks. And writing and execution carries 20 marks, and record writing carries 3 marks, and viva carries 2 marks. So dear student, it is very important to focus theory as well as practicals, because whatever we are going to study in theory, same thing we are going to implement in our lab session. Okay, fine. Now, if I want to be master in this subject, what I want to do, which textbook I want to refer, that is Introduction to the Design and Analysis of Algorithm, and the author name is Annie Levitin, second edition. This textbook you have to refer. So dear student, in my session, I started with what is an algorithm and why we want algorithm to solve the given problem. In which area we can able to use the algorithm, that is in artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, along with that computers, along with that scientific field, along with that mathematical field, we can able to use the algorithm. Anyway, dear student, let's meet in the next session with our first unit. Until that, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you.